Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, for today's video, got some pretty cool things to show you guys that you've probably never seen before in Halo 3. And that is that there are a bunch of, buried deep in the game files, there are a bunch of birds that were unused in the game. Now, throughout the game, there are actually birds throughout a lot of missions and multiplayer maps in Halo 3. For example, Last Resort had the seagull on the map. I think there are like seagulls on other maps too. But the map Guardian also had those quad wing birds, you know, those alien birds with 4 wings that you could shoot out the wings and stuff like that. But that's about it. And then, the pit here has those yellow birds that you just saw flying up there. But that's about it. We don't see any other kinds of birds. And I have checked thoroughly through a lot of missions and I haven't found any. But as it turns out, the map construct has a lot of birds hidden in the game file. Some of the birds also exist on other missions in campaign, but they're also never used. So let's take a look at them. The first bird we'll be taking a look at here is the Cockatoo Bird. It's a pretty interesting looking bird, and it actually has its own sound effects, so I'll let you listen to it really quick. Alright, so as you could hear there, that is what the cockatoo sounds like. It's pretty interesting that this bird was never used in any of the missions. And I think it only has a model in on the map The Pit, but I don't think it appears on any other missions. It even has its own like death model too when you kill it. And I just find this all to be really interesting because it's such a complete model. It's even got its own sound effects and all the animations and stuff. And yet it was never, it's like unused. It's perfectly complete and usable. So it's just strange. Notice a few other birds too. The next one we'll be taking a look at is the Guira Bird. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, but that's what it looks like. I think these birds are also like pretty accurate to what they look like in real life. Based on a real thing, I guess. This one kind of looks more like a flying chicken, sort of, but I'm no like animal expert, of course, so before any bird experts out there call me out on that, just want to make it clear I'm not a bird expert. It just looks like a chicken to me. But yeah, likewise, this bird does not have its own sounds, but it does have its own unique animations as well. And I believe this one also exists on the... No, actually no, this is only on the Pit. The next bird exists on Sierra 117, which we'll get to in a second. But yeah, this bird is pretty much quiet the whole time, but everything else about it is perfectly complete. It's just also never used in any other missions. So the next bird we're going to be looking at is called the Hornbill Bird. This bird is actually very interesting and also part of the whole like it's perfectly complete but unused category. So what's interesting about this bird is, if you remember the quad wing birds on Guardian and also the ones from Halo 2 on the mission Regret, I think, if you shoot those birds, they like explode and their wings fly off and stuff like that. You could shoot their wings off. This bird actually shares that property. When you shoot this bird, its wings also get clipped off, and its body becomes wingless, and its wings usually float somewhere. In this case, I'm actually not sure where the wing went, but let's try again. So there you go. See, we shot the wings off, and the actual body itself is wingless now. Just like those birds on the alien quad wing birds on the map Guardian in Halo 3. Only this time with a human bird. But again, this bird is not used on any campaign mission or any multiplayer map. We could only spawn these birds in with modding, which obviously you could tell that we're modding by now. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. They had all these creatures that are like super complete and has like all these unique features, but are never used. Only a handful of birds actually made it into the final game. Like I said, like the seagull or the quad wing birds or those little yellow birds on this map that are already flying around. So yeah. Now the last bird we'll be taking a look at is, it doesn't actually have a species name, but it's called a small multi bird. So whatever that means. If there are any bird experts out there and you can identify the species of this bird, feel free to. I'm actually kind of curious what this bird is actually called, but I don't think this is a real bird. It looks like a cross between like a pigeon and a seagull, maybe. I don't know. It's a really unusual bird. I've definitely never seen it before. It's definitely not a local species where I live, that's for sure. But again, this bird doesn't have any sound effects associated with it. It just has its own animations and a dead body as well. But yeah, that's basically all the hidden birds. Now I've already done videos of the seagull and the quad-winged birds up close. Let me just really quickly show you the yellow birds on this map. These birds, they're not secret or unused or anything. They're not cut content, but I just wanted to show you up close, just in case you've never seen the pit birds up close. These birds also don't have a species name. They're just called small yellow birds. That's it. But yeah, like I said, there's nothing hidden about these birds. This bird, it's just something that you don't really get to see up close. So I just give you guys a peek. And if you want to see the seagull up close or the quad-winged bird up close, you could check out my videos that I have of playing as those birds. Just some pretty funny skits I did on those. So yeah, those are all the birds. Like I said, I don't know why they were cut from the final game. They could have easily featured these in a lot of like missions on Earth, because there's some ambient life on a lot of those missions, but like rats and other kinds of birds like the seagull. But they never included these birds. They were all totally missing, just buried in the files. All that work, and they're pretty complete, but just never used. And just for fun here, I spawned like crazy on these birds, and just massive like carnage here and a lot of bird parts everywhere. But yeah, so there you guys have it. Those are all these secret unused birds hidden deep in the game files of Halo 3. Conveniently, all of them are on the map, the pit. But like I said, a few other campaign maps and multiplayer maps also have the birds, but they're also not used on those maps. Anyways, if you guys did find this video to be interesting, make sure to leave a like, leave your thoughts in the comments, or just anything else you want me to look into, or anything I missed about this, or anything else you want me to check out. Just let me know, and I'll do my best to look into it. But other than that, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.